Okay, friends, so I want you to think about the word motivate, okay? And motivate is something that causes you to action. So it's not like you just want to sit around and like let whatever happen, but you really want to go for it and succeed and do better, and specifically in school. So I want you to think, when I ask you what motivates you to do well in school and to get better and to succeed, what kinds of things pop into your head? Alyssa?
I think it'd be really cool if we, for the frequent reader card, instead of just getting a lunch with Miss Kennefic, maybe we could get a homework pass or something like that.
Okay, so what I'm asking, like, what does work? Does the frequent reader card help?
Okay. It makes us read more,
Okay.
and it makes us, because we want to have lunch with Miss Kennefic and
Okay.
we want to hang out with her, and so it makes us want to read, and then we get into new different books.
Okay, and you have a card that, so you have five, is it 5 books? So you can see that, like, your goal is 5?
Yeah.
And you can see, like, oh my goodness, I'm so close, I can do that?
Yeah.
What if your frequent reader card had, like, 50 books on it? Would that feel the same?
No.
Why?
Well, because it's a way bigger goal to get
Okay.
to.
So if a goal is attainable and, like,
Yeah.
doable in a reasonable amount of time, that helps?
Yeah.
Okay, great. And then there's, like, a little incentive at the end?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice job. Okay. Catherine?
Whenever Miss Kennefic gives us homework for reading 30 minutes, whenever I start out to read, it always makes me, because I get into the good part of my book, so I end up reading at least 30 minutes more.
Oh, good, good. So what is it about having a 30-minute homework time period that helps motivate you to read more?
Well, what do you mean?
What is it that makes you want to read more?
Because, whenever I read 30 minutes, I get attached into the book because I get attached easily.
Okay.
And so once I'm into it, then I want to keep reading.
Okay. So if you didn't have homework to read, do you think you would choose to read, or is it because you have homework that says you need to read that causes you to get into your book?
It's because of my homework.
Okay,
if I
good.
didn't have homework, then
You wouldn't do it.
You do something else. Yeah, that makes sense. Luke, what motivates you to succeed in school?
Bonus recess.
Okay, so you like having that little dangling carrot at the end of the weeks to say, like, if you do well, you get something extra?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Hayden?
I get motivated when I know, as if I'm taking a test, and then if I know there's something fun after the test, I'll try harder on the test
Okay.
than normal.
Okay. So on the test, do you get to do something fun if you do well, or just if you finish?
We usually don't do that, but I would think it would.
Okay. What makes you, so let's think about assessments, tests, okay? What motivates you to do well on those? And this can be anybody. What motivates you to do well on assessments or big tests? Grant?
What motivates me is that, I want a good grade.
Why?
Because I think a better grade means a better college.
Okay, so you have that really big goal that may not be for another 10 years, but that's very real to you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, do you have something else, honey?
No.
Okay, great.
And what motivates me is really I like seeing things. If I see something, it'll motivate me to study harder.
Okay, tell me more about that.
Like if I see something or suggestions to see it.
Okay.
To
see what?
If Miss Kennefic says, I really suggest you look at the homework tonight because you have a lot of it. You might not remember it all, so go ahead and look at it. That would help me.
Okay.
The reminders sometimes.
The visual
reminder.
And the reminders help too. Okay, I want you to think about. I want you to think about a few different categories, and I want you to vote, showing me fists to 5, and then I might ask you something based on how you vote. Okay. So fist is a 0, and that means it doesn't help you at all. It's not motivational at all. A 5 would mean it is so motivational. That's the reason why you want to succeed. And then you have a 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. So think of fist, 0, 5, the highest score. Okay, what motivates you to succeed? Does it help motivate you if you know what is expected of you? For example, when Miss Kennefic gives you the 0 to 4 scales on how to respond to your reading notebooks, Okay? Okay, Max, tell me about that. How does that motivate you? When you know what's expected from a 0 to 4 scale on your reading notebook entries, how does that help motivate you to succeed? You can pass if you don't want to.
I'm going to pass.
Okay.
I can't really explain
That's okay.
it.
That's okay. Jacob?
Well, I know what is expected, so I try to follow the scale to answer whatever I have to do.
Okay. What if you didn't know what was expected? You've had years like that before, haven't you, where you just like, okay, respond in your notebook, and you get this grade, and maybe you didn't know why? Tell me about that.
If we didn't have that, I wouldn't know like what's expected of me, and I would just write down anyway,
Okay.
like what would happen.
Yeah, you didn't have any guidance. Okay, great. Okay, fist to 5. What about when you were provided with feedback, which means like when Ms. Kennefic writes you little notes telling you what you did well and what you can do to get better? Is that motivating for you? Fist to 5. Fist to 5. When Ms. Kennefic or anyone gives you feedback or writes you little notes or tells you about what you did well and what you need to do better, is that motivating for you? Parker, tell me about that.
It helps you, instead of getting something wrong over and over and over again, it helps you fix what you've done wrong to get a better grade.
Okay, great. So once again, it's kind of like what Jacob said, you know what you need to do, so then you can do it. It's not a big guessing game?
Yeah.
Good, great. Okay, what about when you get to make your own personal goals based on your work, okay? When you get to decide what you need to work on. Let's think of after an assignment, after an assessment, you get to go back and you get to look over how you did, and you get to make up your own goals. Is that motivating for you? Fist to 5.
Wow. Can you restate it? Can you say that again?
When you get to look over your assignments or your assessments and see what you did well on and what you need to work on, and then you make up your own goals and what you're going to work on for the next unit? Oh, did you change? Okay, so some of us kind of changed. We didn't understand. Okay, Maria, tell me about that. Yes? Caitlin.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
When, oh yeah, when, what was the
When you get to look over your assessments or your assignments and see what you did well and then what you still need to work on, and then you get to set your own goal for what you're going to work on for the next unit or the next week, how does that motivate you?
It tells me what I need to work on, so I know what to do and pay attention more to.
Okay, great. So you have a really clear goal. Okay, what about graphing or charting your progress? Okay, think about it. Graphing or charting your progress, is that motivating to you? Okay. Nolan, tell me about that.
I think it's motivating because you want to see if you went up or down, and if like you went down, you need to work harder and pay more attention.
Okay. And how does that motivate you to do better next time?
Paying more attention and maybe do a little more reading and practicing what you did wrong.
Great. And do you want to go down? No, it doesn't feel good, does it?
No.
Great. Okay, here's another question. Okay, this is a thinking, and I want to see who feels comfortable answering. It's the last question I have for you. I want you to think about what happens when you don't see progress or when you're not meeting your goals, but you're trying. What happens? Just tell me about that. Caleb?
I don't reach my goals. I feel really sad for myself because I always worked hard to try to get to where I want to be or where I'm supposed to be.
Okay. Are you still able to be motivated to work harder?
Yes.
You are, and how do you do that? How do you find motivation, or what motivates you even when you're not seeing progress?
If I'm not seeing progress, it makes me want to study harder.
Okay. Okay, who else had something to add to that? Who have I not heard from? Tim?
Here's what I always think when I get my test grade and it's not superb.
Okay.
On my next test, if I didn't study, if I think about, hey, what did I not do that maybe wasn't, what should I do next time to work on? So if I didn't study hard enough, I'll study 100%, or if I didn't do it, or if I didn't study with my mom, I'll study with her, or if I need to work on like a specific thing, then I remember it next time and use that.
Great, great. So even when you're not seeing progress, you still find ways to be motivated to do better. Okay. Anyone else? Kendall?
Well, what motivates me is where when I look at my assessment and I see what problems I miss and see if it was a silly mistake or a big mistake.
Okay. And then what do?
And then I know what I need to work on and where I'm good at and where I'm bad at.
Okay. All right. Does anyone else have something burning that you think I need to have, or adults need to know about kids and what motivates them before we stop? Luke, if we heard from you?
Yeah.
Okay. Alyssa? Sorry. Wait for the video.
Here you go. I think it's really, really helpful. Like Miss Kenefick, she writes these rubrics, and there's 4, which is above and beyond, 3, which is your goal, and then lower and lower. And that really, really helps me, because every single time before I write, I literally go up to the rubric and I look at it and I go, okay, this is what I need to do, and then I flip back to the pages and I start writing. So I know exactly what I need to do.
Great. Wonderful. Okay, class, thank you so much. Thank you for being honest. And you really, really are going to help the adults in Parkway help know how to motivate you. Because it's all about you and about you succeeding. Do you believe that?
Yep.
Yep. All right. Thank you so much.